So I wanted to talk with you gentlemen today about a scenario that I keep having over and over again. I am meeting with clients who are at retirement, a little bit past retirement, and they're really trying to figure out when would be a great time to make a move. So I thought it would be fun to have a discussion about how they can use their equity to help them make that move that they're ready to make.
Perfect. I grabbed some information here. We've got this in a chart that talks about how long homeowners typically stay in a house. And you can see back in the 80s, well, gee, even when you started in the business, Janet, how long were people staying in their homes back then?
Well, it's a lot longer. I thought it was 3 to 5. According to this graph, it was more like 6 years, but it was a lot shorter than they are now.
I've always heard the number seven for a couple of decades. So you can see right here that, yeah, 6, 7, 6, 7, but then something happened and people started staying in their homes a lot longer. Here we are, 8, 9, 10, and it kind of looks like we're hitting a lot of tens right now. There's things that play into that, like even right now, there's a lot of people that say, oh, I have this really low rate and I don't want to leave this house. And so maybe that number will actually extend its way up into 11 or 12 over the next 5 years. It'll be interesting to see. But with that being said, I think there are a lot of people in that retirement stage of life who have stayed in their home longer than they ever thought they were going to. And maybe COVID was about the time they were going to move, but it kept them from doing it. And then something else comes up. And now they look at it and say, I really do need to do something now. Either I need to get rid of these steps or I need to get rid of this yard. I think it's fair to say that dust has settled and now is a good time to take advantage of the market.
The beautiful thing that we've seen too is over the past 5 years, we've seen really robust appreciation. This ends up being from FHFA, and it's kind of the appreciation that they're seeing nationwide. Now, granted, Utah's always a little bit higher than national averages. But as we look at this, even over the last 5 years, people have gained about 57.2% appreciation. And then over a longer period of time, for 30 years, it's sitting at around 300% nationwide. And so anyone who's been in that home for 9 years is likely sitting on $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 of equity, and they can kind of deploy that in different ways in order to have it best serve them. So Janet, what are you kind of seeing as far as those different ways?
So what I'm hearing people say, like, it's really interesting because I think a lot of people are using a Band-Aid and they're like, well, I can't really do my lawn care myself, but I'm going to hire someone. And then they're sorely disappointed because no one can take care of your prize yard like you can, right? Or they have a bum knee and the bedroom's upstairs. So they're just hobbling along. So I see some real true necessity and I see the capability that people have to take that equity and move over into the scenario that they've been waiting for. Right now in the market, we can't guarantee that it's the bottom because you don't know until prices go up again, but we're pretty near there. And we won't know until they go up. But we know with election season coming, we know with the rates coming down, this is going to change. So I would suggest that anyone who is looking to make these moves, whether it's because they do need main level living, they do need to downsize, they need no lawn care or less yard care, that proximity to family and friends for the little bit of extra help, or just maybe they want to relocate. And the nice thing about relocation is that I have referrals across the nation. I actually, with Coldwell Banker, is even global. I even had someone ask me the other day for a referral in Puerto Rico, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. So, another state is easy peasy. But if those are the reasons that are holding you back, now really is the time to reach out. And so if you or someone has been waiting for years for the right time, now would be a great time to have a conversation so that we can guide you to the changes that you've been waiting for years. So thank you, Scott and Zach, for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.